And I think that's very important and to mention. And if there's any concern also in the future, please raise that as quickly as possible, because that should really be not the case. And it's sad because it's really a worry that is completely, let's say, useless.
Don't worry about nothing.
Yeah, and I think what is important is, right, I think we should all work together as basically one team to create one solution for the partner, one effortless experience for the end customers. And I think in general the market is currently not there where we all want it to be. We want it to be all way larger. So let's work together to grow the pie instead of fighting for slices. And I think the TeamViewer understood that, and TeamViewer supports this approach heavily. And we're very much looking forward to work with all of you, and are already very tightly working with all of you to grow the whole pie.
I think this timing is more important than ever because the traction out there right now is so high. For those of you who aren't seeing this, or maybe aren't part of this world, maybe you're a customer. We are so extremely busy right
Where's
now.
my coffee?
And really, I know Timon said, like, hey, all of you guys are super important, all of these apps are super important, I care about all of you. From my perspective, we really care about give our customer the best experience with our hardware. So if you kind of suss things off for a while and you haven't done an update in a bit, I mean, get back in there. Right now is a really good opportunity to do a refresh, to keep enhancing your software because the traction has been crazy. I don't know what you both are seeing from your side.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely true. I think we see so much interest as basically never before since COVID, and that's pretty surprising, I think, in a positive way. We also have super large deals for the end of this year in the pipeline, and more larger deals, which previously was not the case. So this is also very good. But we're not the only ones that hear that. We hear that from a lot of partners. I was just chatting beforehand also with a partner. They also see way more this year in interest in basically AR smart glasses especially for B2B. And this is makes us positive. Now it also needs to come down to numbers. I want to see that in numbers also. But for the moment, it looks very good, and we're looking forward for this year.
Yeah. So we've only got, well, we're sticking with our time, actually 6 minutes since we started late, to review what's to come on the roadmap. I mean, we're keeping up with a lot of demand right now. You guys can share a little bit about what you have going on for maybe just 2025 in a snapshot.
What did you do with it? You were drinking it.
Yeah, sure. So I think that is probably the most exciting one. For everyone else who could talk about this.
You
I didn't put it.
Share the screen.
No, where did you do it?
threw it up. Never mind.
Yeah, not just only talking about
Big one.
So I'll try to run you through what the new exciting things are that are upcoming. Obviously, we only have very little time, so make it very short. We have a new update coming to collaborate, listening to our customer feedback that we got. So there's an upcoming update coming on that very shortly, in a few weeks. Then we have the next stage of the arc.
The screen. This is the
No,
screen.
this is not the screen.
DVT
It's not
This is the
Face,
screen.
Yeah, but you
where
can't
some of
see
you
it, so turn that
select
off.
the
You
target.
can't
We
see
try
the
to give
screen.
all of you a device. We don't know yet
Just
how
leave it
many
alone.
we can hand out.
Now you can ask
because there's a
questions.
limited amount, but we will try to give to almost all of you one, at least the ones that really need one, and that you can do early testing and so on. And we have an upcoming partner event, which is also very much.
You can quickly mention what DVT means.
Yeah, DVT2. So it's basically, for everyone who isn't too much the fancy words, it's basically sort of a beta version of the device. Okay, before then the full device is going to be announced in the beginning of June, and then delivered in end of July, beginning of August. Okay, so that is very much important for you to know. Now in this stage, we also have the partner event. Where it's all about you.
Should I say?
Really get the whole
Sure,
family
whatever you
community.
want.
No, what do you want me to say? Let's set up a time
Be aware of
to
what
meet
you
with
really
you,
want.
with
So it's
you
not
guys.
necessarily what we want. You're so much closer to the customer than we are. You can drive that so much better. So that will also be coming up. What we will also have is the ARI announcement, and then the beta release. Now, ARI, for all of you who have not yet heard about that, is our internal, currently internally smart assistant, which really allows the device to be used much more easy than it is currently. So really intuitive and effortless. Everyone who is a little bit annoyed by the current voice commands that need to be remembered by heart, ARI will solve all of these problems. It will be able to run applications automatically, do things within applications, handle the hardware, so you don't need to say flashlight on and remember the command, but you can really just intuitively talk to the device and it will actually perform the action you would like it to do.
Yeah.
We might also get some earlier releases beforehand, but that will be planned for around June.
Yeah, so this is basically, you can imagine basically as VeriJet plus plus. So a much more powerful and much more effortless way to interact with the device. It won't replace the apps and it won't replace kind of use case specific smart assistants. And I think we're very open also and interested to work with you. I know there's great, I was just at AMA last week, met them in person and they showed some great potential, for instance, with smart assistants for knowledge retrieval in the industry. So this is not something that we're gonna do. It's more kind of in the OS space to make the interaction more easy.
That's very important. That will also go hand in hand with, in general, overhauling the whole UI of the general home screens and so on. Many more great features that just add to the value of intuitive and effortlessness. And we think since quite some years there haven't been done quite many updates, so we believe that is clearly overdue. So that will happen also around that time. Then we have the R3 delivery, right, as mentioned before. And then after that, the official release of ARI, as well as a new upcoming SDK. That means improved usability and just anything that you can imagine around SDK. So we really believe the future of RealWare is also going to be not only too limited to the device that we currently have. We believe we want to push the market and get all our capabilities, be from a software point, but also from other learnings, thanks to you, onto other platform and expand the whole market through that. So as we have here new test devices, we try to bring all of these capability with a new SDK onto other platforms as well in the future. And so through that process, we go through a whole overhaul of what is currently existing. Don't worry, everything that worked beforehand will work afterwards. It's very important to mention, don't need to restart, but we'll add a lot of new capabilities that really allow your applications to scale to other platforms as well.
Yeah, so basically the ones that work on basically VeriJet and the SDK of RealWare will have in the future way more benefit because it will be able to be deployed on way more devices than you probably could currently remote.
Exactly. If you're certified on our device, you will be certified on many others very soon. We can't talk too much about that. I think we're going into more details through the events later on, but that's something that is clearly exciting to see.
Yeah, so please for the event as soon as it's out. It's not yet, but we're looking forward to have that.
We've got so many questions in the chat.
I couldn't really check it anymore.
Yeah, I tried to answer all the ones that were not technical, since those ones will probably be best suited for you both.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to just read through a few, or you want to go through them.
I mean, we can also just hit some of them through it, right? I read 5G support. We had long thoughts about that. But currently, there's no on-device 5G planned. We would love to do it. Very important. There's some difficulties on putting 5G directly next to someone's head, certification-wise. But we would love to do that in the future. Currently, though, it's not planned as of the next few months. That's important to mention. Okay, but we're working on external dongles that will add 5G capabilities to the navigator and also to the upcoming part. That's important to say here.
Maybe I can answer a question from Frank. So Frank asked, where does RealWare see the use of AI, LLMs, AI agents, and AI computer vision as part of the smart glasses form factor? So I think this is actually a very interesting question, and we're insanely, to be honest, hyped about currently what's all going on about different technologies. I quit my work and joined up forces with Timon because we believe this is the best form factor to enhance people's capability. And if you zoom out a bit, basically LLMs are pretty impressive what they can do, but the sucky part is that they need a lot of context, and you need to type a lot of instructions and prompts that it gives you valuable output. But like devices like Navigator